So Kiavik, who is the head of like the 1-year Mario Maker, 2-year Mario Maker, 3-year, 4-year, etc. project, reached out to me and was like, hey, do you want to make a level for 2-year Mario Maker? Because you're good, but your platforming is shit, and your aesthetics are shit, but, you know, otherwise, you clearly have some bit of talent. And so he brought me into the Discord, and he was like, you know what song I really love? I really love Push It to the Limit. And so you should make Push It to the Limit in Mario Maker. And I was eager to please, because I was like, hey, somebody likes me. Somebody thinks my levels are cool. So I made Push It to the Limit. This level, a lot of people like provided feedback to me. Kiavik played it, Bossman played it, other people in the community, you know, in that Discord played it. That's why the platforming is so fair and fun. And this was probably all-time my most played level in all of Mario Maker 1. There's a bunch of people's, it's in a bunch of people's YouTube videos. If you click exclamation playlist, you'll see a whole bunch of people uploaded and played it. Aura played it, Barb, Pooh, Carl, you know. This is, but oddly enough, Nintendo wouldn't let me call it Push It to the Limit. Like, it, like, viewed it as, like, inappropriate context or something. And so I had to put it as Push to Varying Limits because it wouldn't let me title it Push It to the Limit. So odd. Here we go. Couple funny things here. One, the people in the Mario community in the Discord did not like the fact that my bridge there did not have an end cap on it, right? The fans of aesthetics, they did not enjoy the missing end cap on the bridge, right? Second thing, I was just talking about janky note blocks in Mario Maker 1. There are like 4 different kinds of bounces you can get on a note block in Mario Maker 1 for some reason. And the type of bounce that you need to get over those spike stairs, when Pooh was playing this level, he could not get the correct bounce off of those note blocks.
This is I can't make it over that. It's literally impossible. Oh, I limp dick that one this time. I can't even get over the first one now. Holy cockballs. Ah, I'm the greatest.
Clearly I had no problems with it, but I don't know how Pooh does note block jumps, but like he was just, it was impossible. Impossible for him to get over that jump there. So, back in Mario Maker 1, you automatically got a mushroom when you hit a checkpoint. It was built into the game. There was no way to get a checkpoint and not get a mushroom. And so you had to build contraptions to take mushrooms away from players if you didn't want them to have it. And I used to put those question blocks to tell the player it was okay to bonk the ceiling. That was my code. It was like, do a full jump here, bonk the ceiling. There weren't enough indicators in these old levels cardboard box. Costumes, man. So I love that little section where the Spiny like travels along and it like knocks pads and then it like you put it on as a helmet to kill. I thought that section was really sweet when I figured it out. And then yeah, changing to Luigi at the end. Right, I still love that ending with Luigi. Yeah, I'm still a big fan of this. Okay, guys, so this takes us to the next innovation in Mario Maker. Is I wanted to create replay paths where after somebody went through the effort of beating my level, in Mario Maker 1, power-ups did not respawn. Once the power-up initially despawned, if you went back into the room, it would not respawn. That's not how it works in Mario Maker 2 now, thank goodness. And so I wanted to create replays where after you beat the level, you could play through it again, but just as like an auto run level, right? So you didn't have to do anything. You could just enjoy the music. But the problem was if I used any power-ups in the music, that music wouldn't be there if the person one-shot the level. So came up with this contraption, and actually I saw this from another level and repurposed it for my levels. But if you put a key inside of a bumper and then you put the flag halfway into the bumper like that, you can have the player die, and when the player comes back, they will spawn inside the bumper and then be pushed out of the bumper and collect the key. And so this was a setup that I did to allow for replays of the level. If you were willing to kill yourself at the checkpoint, you would respawn with a key that would let you go through this door and listen to the music again. That's what we're going to do here. So anyways, you can see I just spawned inside the note block here, or inside the bumper, and collected the key, right? And so this was a way to create a replay, right, where you could hear the music. I know there's no vines, right? Look at how ugly my level looks without... Okay, guys, we're going to talk about this in a second as well, but like, you actually had a much smaller budget for ground tiles in Mario Maker 1. Every level that I made, I ran out of ground tiles, and so I had to find ways, as I tried to make my levels look cleaner and less disgusting, I would run out of ground tiles, and you had to find ways to like, oh, I'm going to steal 3 ground tiles from this section and put them over here. Like, it was slim pickings. You'll see that in other levels. So yeah, you see Little Miss Spookiness, thank you. We're behind on alerts. Yo, what's up, Big Eye? And then I put donuts here because I didn't want anybody that, I don't actually remember why I did that, never mind. Yay, we beat the level. So there you go. So that was still to this day probably the most played level of any of my Mario Maker 1 levels. One more time. Yay, we beat the level. So there you go.